Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So almost there. What is it? 6-ish episodes left. So let's zoom in. Upper bracket again. We have a big one. Two of the oldest decks in this year's Cross-Banlist Cup are taking on each other. So Exodia from 1999 with a lot of pre-errata cards. Pre-errata cards. It's going to take on Chaos, and if you take a look at the votes from the community tab daily, right, the next one should be up as well for tomorrow. In all honesty, like before this particular matchup, I would have definitely have said the same, and you know, as I've read through the comments, I do agree. Like, how is Chaos winning this one? Well, okay, one win out of 3, maybe even 2, but 3. For the biggest reason is that it's not running any form of interruption, especially going second, and that's a big deal against Exodia with, you know, pre-errata, last will, some of the broken cards right back from the age, and like here in this case, if Chaos goes first, having those hand disruption cards like Confiscation, Delinquent 2, or Forceful Sentry, they do help. But Chaos needs to go first in that scenario, and if you cannot clutch it with Order or some Imperial Order, it will be very hard for Chaos to potentially win this one, but let's see. Let's see how it's being played out. So the problem here is that, you know, this is again pre-errata last will. Last will got so many erratas, and here I guess my only hope was to hit the Cannon Soldier and pray that they don't have Monster Reborn to reborn the same Cannon Soldier, or they have the other Cannon Soldiers in hand. So that way they cannot summon them to the field off of last will. But that wasn't the case. Okay, game number 2, post side deck. And again, Confiscation. We see the triple Sengen. The funny part is that, what is it? Yeah, I can discard a Sengen and they will get the Search. Again, pre-errata Sengen. Anyway, going for Baltar is actually really strong. As you know, Baltar, whenever it destroys a monster by battle, the monster's effect cannot be activated, so it hits stuff like Sangan. But also, if your opponent activates a normal spell, what is it? You can pay 1k life points to negate that normal spell. Which, against that deck, again, superb. It's basically a floodgate on legs that, you know, negates Graceful Charity and stuff like that. Okay, so 1-1. We do side deck in Prohibition. Prohibition to call, I don't know, probably just Last Will. But again, what can you do? Graceful into Graceful, what is it? Into Cannon Soldier, into Last Will, and it's basically game. How many, let's see, left? Oh, I think they're missing the heads. So only one card. Yeah, that's how sick that deck is. Jeez, man. So we're gonna go for Prohibition, and I think I call Last Will. I think that's the key card to hit. The problem is that the Exodia deck is making, what is it, a lot of, okay, not that many, but it does, what is it, side deck some spell and trap destruction. So it can hit your Prohibition and Mirage, if it was important. So here, let me think, oh, they do, okay, like this definitely makes sense, but the Reborn on Jinzo, I'm not so sure, because they're blocking their own judgment. And yeah, what I was about to say is, this play, there's very few cards to punish this play, especially if you're on a couple of traps, and it's Snatch Steal, that's how it was back then, right? Like back then, traps weren't that popular, like how many traps were, like 6 or 7 maybe even 8, but 8 was already a lot. But even though you weren't running that many traps, your opponent always had Jinzo or Snatch Steal on your Jinzo, and you are top decking your 6 or 7 traps. So it's a 5-gamer, but as we've mentioned before, even though Chaos went first in the first duel, they don't have the advantage in the last duel. And no interruption. No interruption. We're not able to interrupt. So last duel Cannon... yes. Last duel Cannon Soldier is more than enough. So that's how it is. That's how fast and ridiculous that particular Exodia deck is. So Exodia will, I think, get its rematch. No, against Metal Foes? That's for later. But, oof, this is a biggie. So in the next one, we have Kashtera versus Tirlament. 2 decks from 2000, at least 2023. So feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave them out. Peace.